everybody, welcome to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler, and this is an Amonkhet brew for Modern. This is essentially a Vizier of Remedies deck. So thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a fun one this week. If you're watching, I just got back from the Pro Tour, which I'm recording in the future, so I assume it was fun. But so this is Modern though. There's a lot of standard hype, hopefully coming out of the Pro Tour. But here's some Modern stuff. Thanks to Amonkhet and thanks to Vizier of Remedies. So what Vizier of Remedies does is if one or more counters, -1 counters, we put on a creature you control, instead you put that -1. And that combos with Devoted Druid to make infinite mana because you tap it for mana, then you could put a -1 counter on it to untap it, but the Vizier prevents that from happening, and therefore you just get untapped for free and gain, and you have infinite green mana. What do you do after you have infinite green mana? That's pretty important, right? You actually have to have a way to win the game. And there's lots of fun stuff we could do. You can play Elves, you can play Genesis Wave, have all of this. But the cleanest one is to play Duskwatch Recruiter. Look at the top three. You may reveal a creature or card and put it in your hand. So with infinite green mana, Duskwatch Recruiter then allows you to look through your entire deck and get all the creatures out of it. That digs us to Walking Ballista, which you use your infinite green mana to pump into and make a 20/20 or whatever it needs to be and kill your opponent immediately. That's the deck. That's the plan. So everything else is to make that happen. So we have 4 Noble Hierarchs for ramp. We have the combo pieces here at the 2-drop spot, Scavenging Ooze and Spellskite for, general good stuff protection. Getting Spellskite with a Quarter Calling sort of thing can be very important. We have Collected Companies and Quarter Callings as you'd expect. Then sort of the ones you don't necessarily expect. Eternal Witness, that's a given. Sure, that card's just generically great. But Simian Spirit Guide, and I love that this is in here. I got this list from Kevin Page, who top 20'd the last SCG Open with this deck, and I made just a couple small changes to it, nothing big. This is essentially the deck, but I love that Simian Spirit Guide is in here because Simian Spirit Guide is a very good one. I love that we can on turn 1 use the Spirit Guide to play Devoted Druid, turn 2 play Vizier of Remedies, and just win the game on turn 2. I think that's great. Then we have Ronus the Indomitable. This is in here. I'm guessing, besides the fact we want to show off Amonkhet, which is great, but my gut says this is in here just because it's another mana sink. You can give another creature +2/0 and trample, including your Devoted Druid. You can just make it, a 42 trampler and attack with them because it doesn't have Defender. So that's another way. If you don't have the Duskwatch or the Walking Ballista in hand, it's another card, sort of a 9th copy of a win condition here, and it itself can be pretty good if you get to it. But the trample here is the key aspect. Also, say they have a ley line or something where you can't just ping them with Walking Ballista. You can use Ronus and just attack them to death. And then I added an Eldritch Evolution. I love this card. People watching the series know how many decks I try to make this work in. But here, I like it quite a bit. It allows you to turn any of your excess creatures into one of your combo pieces. That's another way to do so. Not that the deck necessarily needed it anymore, but I took out the Anafenza, the Kintree Spirit that was in here, which I don't believe was a combo with anything. It just was a generically good card, but I think Eldritch Evolution gives us a little redundancy. I mean, if we're playing Simian Spirit Guide to try to turbo out our combo, let's go all in on it to make the combo work. So moving on to the sideboard, sort of some stuff you expect. Another Ronus if you need, if you think you're gonna have to win that way. Leyline of Sanctity, protect against discard, and the burn, all those decks that you want Leyline against. Rex Sage, of course, for everywhere you want to blow up artifacts and enchantments, which is quite a few matchups. Heroic Intervention, this is how you protect our stuff from Supreme Verdict. Our stuff, or just removal. If you're against a control deck, Heroic Intervention can be pretty good. Stony Silence and Kataki for the Affinity and Lantern decks. Kataki is nice because you can Court of Company. That'd be a sweet one, right? Court of Calling or Collected Company into it. So it has a little bit of flexibility that Stony Silence doesn't. And then Surgical, just a free graveyard hate piece. So that's the deck. I love that we're all in on this combo, and I guess we're going to find out how it works. So here we go.